What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sports Talk with Broads. As you can see, I got a new contraption here. We will work with it. We will make moves to it if we need to. This is kind of just a test run. But let's dive into this Phillies game where the Phillies lose, like the Phillies fall. Come on. Come on. We had an opportunity to win this game. We did. We did. And look, before the game started, I'm sitting there like, okay, DeGrom versus Velasquez, right? How can I be upset if we lose this game? DeGrom's a beast. He's a stud, and he does his thing, no doubt about it. But what pisses me off is we had an opportunity to win this game down the stretch late in this ball game, 10th inning, but we errors on ourselves ruin it for us. And start with base running, but we'll get there. And let's dissect how this game plays out during the 9th inning. Oh, that's right. There were no runs scored. Nothing to dissect with the scoreboard. But there were other things. The Phillies challenge a play where clearly in the outfield, the ball hit the ground. The ball 100% hit the ground and they called it an out. We challenged a play. They say there wasn't enough evidence to overturn it, but that's ridiculous. It's clear as day that it hit the ground. But I will say this. The umpires were in a little bit of a dilemma. If you saw the game, Michael Franco was on first running to second. So if they did go the other way with it, gave it in the Phillies' favor and said the ball hit the ground first, would you award first base and move Miguel to second when Miguel would have been thrown out at second base easily if the ball did hit the ground? So the blue was in a little bit of a predicament there, but they stick to their guns and say there wasn't enough evidence, which is ridiculous. I got a little bit nervous in the 8th inning. We end up intentionally walking a Met after Reyes steals second. Andrew Knapp, by the way. I don't know why Andrew Knapp plays more than Jorge Alfaro. It just doesn't make sense to me. It makes zero sense to me, actually. And I think offensively, when the Mets are on the bases, knowing that Alfaro's not out there, it gives them a little bit more jump, a little bit more freedom to steal, and Reyes ends up taking a base. Now, Kruk was on the telecast saying, I don't think Jorge would have got him. That's not what it's about. You're a little bit more nervous to go as a runner knowing Jorge's back there. So I don't understand why Andrew Knapp plays this much, and I will bring up Andrew Knapp again later in this game, no doubt about it. So anyway, with men on first and second, 2 outs, we bring in Adam Morgan because lefty on lefty, and I'm a little bit concerned. I was skeptical at this point. I'm like, oh no, this just has disaster written all over it. I tweeted that. This has disaster written all over it. But he gets out of the jam, and that's good. That's great for him. Phenomenal work. Then in the 9th, we have Sir Anthony Dominguez versus Flores, and I'm thinking, oh no, Flores is the kryptonite. He's the guy who keeps hitting all of these walk-offs. Like, come on, he just hit one a couple days ago versus Sir Anthony, but we get it done. We get it done. Top 10, Andrew Knapp, and this is where it comes down. He rounds second base as Cesar puts a little blooper down the third base side. They fake it to first, and as he fakes it to first, Andrew Knapp decides to round second base, and it was just a no-brainer. You don't do that. He was trying to go to third. I don't understand why. This ends the inning. That was the 3rd out. He gets himself caught in a little rundown, and come on, man, this isn't Little League. Come on, you can't be doing that. You can't be having the 3rd out there. So why? How? What? In top 10? With the middle of the order coming up? I mean, think about it. Rhys Hoskins, Odubel, Carlos, these are the guys that were next up with first and second. With guys on first and second, that just can't happen. And it ends up costing us because in the bottom of the 10th, they hit a walk-off home run, 3-0. But I will say this, with 2 outs, there were a few things that pissed me off with that umpire. The Leiter was out there pitching on the mound, and for the second batter to Reyes, this was a joke. I mean, it goes outside corner strike that he didn't call. And then on full count, easily, he swung. And they said he didn't go, which puts him on first, and then bing, bang, boom, then the next hitter hits a walk-off homer. I mean, come on. The outside corner strike should have been it. And then on top of that, you end up saying he doesn't go on that full count swing. I mean, that's a joke. His bat clearly passes, man. He went. But I'm not going to blame the game on that call because we had opportunities. Carlos Santana early on in this game could have moved Odubel Herrera over, knowing that we were going to have a struggle with DeGrom on the mound. So let's take a look at some stat lines. Obviously, DeGrom being a force, 8 innings, 7 strikeouts, 5 hits, and only 1 walk. We look at Vince Velasquez. He goes 6, allows 2 hits, only 2 hits, 1 walk, and 3 Ks. So Vinny V did not do a terrible night on the mound. Cesar, 2 for 5. Rhys Hoskins does go over 3. Odubel, 1 for 4. Maikel Franco, listen, we scored 0 runs, right? Maikel Franco gets a hit, but we score 0 runs. How are you going to win a ball game scoring 0 runs? But I just think that we had an opportunity late in that ball game that we could have cashed in on to actually win this game. On top of that, the Braves end up winning. So, listen, it is what it is, right? At this point, what are you going to do? We lose the ball game. We're tied for first in the NL East. We just got to move on. The Mets seem to be our kryptonite or something. I don't know. We're what 3-5 against them so far this season. It's a shame because it was a winnable game. Even though going into it, I thought it was going to be tough because of DeGrom, but we still had the opportunity and the chance to win this ball game, and we didn't. So we move on to the next one. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, comment down below. I'll see you next time.